There are songs that fade with time, and there are songs that refuse to be explained. Hotel California belongs firmly to the second category. For decades, listeners around the world have argued about what it means, what inspired it, and what it was really trying to say. Some hear it as a warning, others hear it as a confession. Many hear it as a haunting mystery wrapped in beautiful sound. Very few songs have inspired as much interpretation, speculation, and obsession as this one. Released in 1976 by the American rock band Eagles, Hotel California did not announce itself as a puzzle. It arrived quietly, almost gently, carried by a smooth guitar intro and a calm voice telling what seemed like a simple story. But the more people listened, the stranger it became. The lyrics painted images that felt familiar, yet unsettling. A place you could enter but never leave. A welcome that slowly turned into a trap. A paradise with something rotten beneath the surface. To understand Hotel California, you have to understand the moment it was born into. The mid-1970s in America were a time of contradiction. The optimism of the 1960s had faded. The counterculture movement that promised freedom and peace had begun to fracture. Fame, excess, and disillusionment were becoming inseparable. Musicians who once dreamed of changing the world were now navigating the machinery of success. The Eagles were right in the middle of this shift. Originally associated with a laid-back country rock sound, the band had achieved enormous commercial success. They were no longer outsiders looking in. They were inside the system, living the very lifestyle many young people fantasized about. Wealth, access, attention, temptation, all of it came quickly and not without cost. Hotel California emerged from this tension. The song was written primarily by Don Felder, Don Henley, and Glenn Frey. Musically, it began with a haunting chord progression that immediately set a reflective tone. Lyrically, it unfolded like a dream, or perhaps a nightmare, disguised as one. The narrator arrives at a place that seems inviting, warm, and luxurious. But slowly, details begin to feel off. Time behaves strangely, control slips away, freedom becomes an illusion. When Hotel California was released, it climbed charts rapidly. It became a massive hit, winning Grammy Awards and cementing the Eagles' status as one of the biggest bands in the world. But unlike many hit songs, it did not settle into a single interpretation. Instead, it opened doors to endless debate. Some listeners believed the song was about addiction, particularly drug addiction. The hotel represented a substance that welcomed you with pleasure but trapped you in dependency. Others believed it was a critique of the music industry, a place that promises creativity and success but ultimately consumes artists. Fame, once entered, cannot easily be escaped. Another interpretation saw Hotel California as a metaphor for America itself, a land of opportunity that slowly reveals darker undercurrents. For international listeners, the song felt like a commentary on excess, capitalism, and cultural decay. It painted California not as a literal place, but as an idea, seductive, glamorous, and dangerous. The band members themselves were careful with explanations. They never offered a single definitive meaning. Instead, they described the song as an exploration of loss of innocence, of becoming trapped by one's own desires. Don Henley once described it as a journey from innocence to experience. That phrase alone fueled decades of interpretation. What made Hotel California so powerful was not just its lyrics, but how those lyrics were delivered. The calm, almost detached vocal tone contrasted sharply with the disturbing imagery. The music never panicked. It never warned loudly. It simply observed, allowing listeners to draw their own conclusions. This restraint made the song linger longer in the mind. Then, there was the ending. The final lines of Hotel California are among the most quoted in music history. The idea that you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave, struck something deep in people. It resonated far beyond the context of rock music. It spoke to human experiences of entrapment, in relationships, careers, systems, habits, and even identities. Musically, the song concluded with one of the most celebrated guitar solos ever recorded. The dual guitar harmony, played by Don Felder and Joe Walsh, was not flashy for the sake of it. It was emotional, controlled, and almost mournful. Many listeners felt the solo said what the lyrics could not. It sounded like resignation, reflection, and acceptance all at once. As the years passed, Hotel California did not fade into nostalgia. Instead, it grew in reputation. New generations discovered it and brought their own interpretations. Conspiracy theories emerged. Some claimed the song referenced secret societies. Others insisted it contained hidden messages. While these ideas were never supported by the band, they revealed something important. The song invited imagination. The Eagles themselves experienced a complicated relationship with the song. It brought them enormous success, but it also symbolized the pressure and strain of that success. Internal tensions grew within the band. Creative differences intensified. Eventually, the Eagles broke up in 1980, only to reunite years later. Yet Hotel California remained constant. It outlived band conflicts, musical trends, and cultural shifts. It was covered by countless artists across genres and countries. It appeared in films, commercials, and television shows. Each time it resurfaced, it carried the same unsettling calm. Outside the United States, the song took on new meanings. In Europe, it was often seen as a philosophical piece. In Africa and Asia, listeners connected to its themes of illusion and entrapment in different ways, relating it to colonial legacies, modern struggles, or personal journeys. The lack of a fixed meaning allowed the song to adapt to many realities. What makes Hotel California remarkable is that it never tells listeners what to think. It does not preach, it does not explain. It presents a story and steps back. In doing so, it trusts the listener. This trust is rare in popular music. Many songs aim to be understood immediately. Hotel California is comfortable being misunderstood. Decades after its release, the song continues to generate discussions online, in classrooms, and among music lovers. People still ask what the hotel represents. They still argue about whether it is about drugs, fame, America, or something more abstract. And perhaps that ongoing uncertainty is the point. Some songs age because they are tied to specific moments. Hotel California endures because it speaks to patterns that repeat: desire, success, disillusionment, entrapment, reflection. These themes are not limited to the 1970s, they are human. The Eagles did not set out to write a global riddle. They wrote a song that reflected their reality at a specific time. But when art is honest, it often becomes universal. Hotel California captured a feeling so precisely that people across cultures recognize themselves in it. In the end, the song does not offer an escape. It does not resolve the tension it creates. It simply fades out, leaving listeners inside the hotel, still thinking, still wondering. And maybe that is why it has never lost its grip. Hotel California is not just a song you hear. It is a place you enter, and once you do, it stays with you. If you find today's video helpful and informative, please kindly hit on the subscribe button and turn the notification bell.